Good morning, evening, or afternoon to all of you beautiful people. Josh here, back to bring you some sweet voice-based content. So full disclosure and honesty time, I've recently been dealing with the dreaded entity that no creative wants to have to deal with. Yep, you guessed it, I've been suffering with a bad case of burnout. Not that one. I've been feeling really burned out these last couple of weeks, and I haven't been as productive as I really would like to be. I'm on my way to feeling much better and back to where I normally am, but unfortunately, I'm a fucking idiot and don't take my own advice. So today I figured we'd have a little chat about burnout, how it affects me, my personal experiences with it, my personal ways of getting past it, in the hopes that maybe somebody watching this video who's going through a similar thing will be helped by this video, or, at the very least, it may finally get me to listen to my own fucking advice and get better at dealing with my burnout. Quick disclaimer, I am not a mental health expert, and I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to burnout. This is purely my own experiences, and if you want a professional advice, I'd highly recommend the YouTuber Kaiti Morton. She has a really great series on burnout and other mental health things, so go check her out. I'll leave her a link in the description below. But if you're just purely interested in listening to what I have to say without any further ado, let's go! So what do I define as burnout? For me, it's a lack of interest in doing anything and a lack of motivation to do things that would normally make me happy. Voice acting, video games, anime, manga, all of those things kind of fall completely by the wayside because I just don't feel like it. One of my biggest tells for when I'm definitely burnt out is that I will just sit on my couch and scroll through social media. Because we all know that's real good for our mental health. Now when it comes to recovering from burnout, there's not really any kind of secret way or specific kind of magical potion to get yourself through it. It's real simple. You need rest. Physically and mentally, you need to rest. Now rest is not a singular defined thing. Rest takes many different forms, whether it's listening to music or a podcast and just completely zoning out from the rest of the world. Maybe you'll take a walk in nature and just attune yourself with Mother Nature's grasp. Maybe you'll binge an anime or blitz your way through a video game that you've been neglecting for a while. Or maybe it's 7 days of literally doing fuck all. It's completely up to you how you rest, but normally I think it depends on two things: the kind of person you are and the kind of thing you're taking a break from. For example, if I'm feeling burnt out from voice acting, I'll either take a couple of days away from it, or I'll dub over some anime clips that have inspired me to get into voice acting in the past, to kind of reignite that spark. On the other side of things, if it's a break from my full-time job, I'll normally just book a couple of days off and then not plan anything for those 2 days. Because then it gives me the opportunity to kind of just go with the flow a bit and see what I feel like doing on the day. And if on the day I'm still not feeling like anything, I kind of force myself to do something, whether it's playing a song, watching an anime, just anything like that. Like I said before, it doesn't really matter how you rest, it's just that you do. Think of yourself like a JRPG character. You wouldn't dare go and attack that final boss if you were on 1 HP. Go into that safe room, save your progress, leave the palace, go back to LeBlanc for a coffee, rest up, enjoy your evening, and then go into the next day ready and ready to go to fight that final boss. Was that another Persona reference? Yeah. It was. Now, as I mentioned before, this kind of sounds a little bit hypocritical because I'm not very good at this. I have this weird thing in my mind that means I have to be productive every single second of every single day. Even though I'm not. I'm absolutely not. I think it comes from this, on the grind kind of culture that surrounds our generation. But wherever it's come from, it's a habit I desperately need to break. As rather than making the most of the time I actually definitely have, I just panic, I freak out, and I spend my time worrying that I don't have enough time rather than utilizing the time that I have. And then when it gets to the 11th hour and I've got 1,000,001 things to do, I blitz through everything in a couple of hours and then crash out for 2 days. It's not a healthy way to be, and I know this very well, but I just cannot get myself into the mindset. I'm really, really working hard to look at my week and how much time I have, and then working out what I need to do and what I want to do, and making the most of that time. But obviously this is going to be different from person to person, depending on if you're full-time, part-time, if you have certain hobbies, if you see other people. There's loads of things to consider on there, but again, the most important thing, and I cannot stress it enough, is you just need to make time to rest. So where am I going with this? Why did I want to make this video? Well, it's pretty much, I can sum it up in this one final section, and this is for anybody who feels like they're struggling with burnout. Rest is not a luxury. Rest is a necessity. You don't need to earn rest and relaxation. And you don't need to feel bad for not working out, fulfilling creative urges, seeing friends, getting enough sleep, and catching up on everything you need to do in one day. You've got time. Make the most of that time, spread it out, and ensure that you are taking care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself, nobody will. And there we go. That's pretty much what I wanted to say to you/future me. So I truly hope none of you are going through this at the moment. I hope none of you are burnt out and you're all being fulfilled creatively and resting well. But if you are feeling burned out, I truly hope you are getting the rest that you are entitled to. And I hope that this video has helped in some way in getting you to a less burnt out state. So now I'm going to throw the question out there. What do you do to relax? What do you like to do? Do you tend to get burned out quite easily, or do you tend to take a while before you get burned out? And when you do get burned out, how do you recover? I'm genuinely interested in what you guys have to say, so pop it in the comments down below for me. As always, thank you very, very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, then pop a like down and subscribe to my channel for more beautiful voice-based content. I upload videos every 2 weeks, so keep your eye on that subscription feed for my next video. But until then, stay relaxed, stay creative, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay wonderful.